Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Well, here we go. Welcome to your Friday and the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Yeah! Shit, yeah, Kevin!
Yeah, what's up? What is up? How y'all doing? Ready for this weekend, man? Let's make it happen. Yeah.
You ready to get weird this weekend?
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely ready for it. Yeah, gonna have a good time. It's gonna be chill, but I got some breweries lined up. Gonna be hopefully Silver-Sided today, and then tomorrow gonna check out the new Steam Horse.
Your brewery little thing you're doing tomorrow, will you be extending that throughout the afternoon after my event? Would you be out and about?
Yeah, I will tell you what time. I think it starts a little bit later. I'm a day drinker. I actually wish it started in the afternoon, but I'm sure they'll probably be open in the afternoon. But the block party, it says starts at 6. So if you'd like to come out there tomorrow, that's what it says. Yeah, 6 p.m. is when it gets going. So yeah, you should come out.
I might be rolling with my boy Bigfoot tomorrow.
You should. You guys should come out because I bet your boy Jason's going to be out there.
Hutton, okay,
yeah, Hutton
nice.
will be there.
Very
I'm sure.
Cool.
I'm sure, right?
No big deal. I'm rolling with your boy Bigfoot tonight. So you'll be getting sloppy seconds. Bird's a bitch.
Bird is a bitch.
Hashtag bird's a bitch. I'm trying to get it trending. It's not catching on.
Oh, bird
Yeah.
is a bitch will start trending. A couple more days of it, yeah, it'll trend.
Almost rode with your boy Bigfoot last weekend in Chicago.
Wow.
Bigfoot's getting a lot of plugs today.
He is.
Well, he's got your kidney. We feel like we need to hang out with him so we can visit your kidney.
Yeah, he gets to hang out with me every day, but I don't see that motherfucker every day.
Deep.
Damn, think about that for a thought.
That is.
Shit.
He's got you in him.
I inside of Bigfoot.
Yes, you are. Got emails we'll get to here. Got a good bit to go through today. Greg said, guys, we need to hear the story of how Virginia's friend hooked up with a Uber driver. If I'm not mistaken, I think she hinted that her friend gave him roadhead.
That is correct, sir.
What makes you say that?
RH.
Yeah, the thing that's fascinating about that story to me is how quick that it happened. I get if they went on like a 5-hour road trip and they connected, but 10 minutes in the ride, she's blowing a dude?
I mean, that's close, honestly. If we want to start taking, that'd be a fun little thing. The quickest to meeting to sexual activity.
Agree. It can't be making out. It's got to be where there's dick and lips.
Like you're
Dick and lips.
You're up on the
hand.
genitalia.
Yes.
Yeah, it's got to be the downstairs.
Yes.
Well, if you want to know the full story, I'm happy to share it. I won't say her name.
No,
of
give it
course,
to
but-
us.
Okay, so she was leaving Sunfest. And we had been all together, actually, and I had left early, but I don't like to be at Sunfest at night. It's just not my thing. I like it in the day. So I left, and those girls stayed there, and they kept drinking, and they kept drinking. And it was probably about like 10 o'clock at night when she called this Uber, and she lives out west. So it was going to be a long Uber ride, and she was prepared
Place called
for
Horstown.
that.
I'm just kidding.
Kevin.
I'm sorry.
I know.
Too far.
How dare you?
Jumping to assumptions
Don't
here.
you slut shame my friend over there, you privileged white devil.
You're right. I mean, what kind of woman?
What if there is a white devil? Does he look like Kevin?
Okay, so my girlfriend jumps in this car and she gets in the front because right when the guy pulls up, she notices he's good looking and she's like, this is working out. So she gets in the front instead of in the back and they start chatting, flirting. She said, like, within the first couple of minutes, he put his hand on her thigh and was like, oh my gosh, you're so awesome.
Was
And,
it was it romantic? Like when she's like, when I first laid eyes on him, I just knew I was gonna blow him.
No, but when she first saw him, she knew, oh my gosh, I got lucky. I just hit the Uber jackpot. I don't think she immediately went to, gotta get that dick in my mouth.
I think it's a fair question.
I don't think she went there first, but she did finish there.
Okay.
So they're riding, and it's a long ride to her place, and apparently he's flirting, she's flirting, and he's like, hey, do you want to pull over? I'd love to kiss you. Like, he was very, like, romantic about it.
Yeah.
He just didn't start, finger banging her in the front seat.
That's good. Okay, so it starts out with your beauty and...
The guy's clearly a romantic.
They pulled over at a Shell station.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes. You're clearly hot enough and have definitely been drinking.
They went to a Shell, and he got the clam.
The story's kind of making me sad.
Sad?
I don't know.
Don't be sad.
No, I'm not sad.
Everybody was into it. So, I mean, it's a victimless thing
I'm
at that
kidding.
point.
It doesn't
Everybody's
make me
happy.
sad. No, I'm very horny. All right.
So they're at this Shell station. They both get something. He got a Monster Energy drink, and she got another cocktail, which is the last thing she probably needed. But
A cocktail at
She
the
got
gas station?
yeah, she got like a Jack Daniels, like a wine cooler.
Well, go strong, baby.
Why not? Lube that thing up.
Okay.
And she said when they got back in the car, like they just immediately started making out. And
And this is, again, 10 minutes into the ride.
yes, this is 10 minutes into the ride.
That's why that story's so fascinating.
Oh, it is. Yeah, if it's a whole night excursion and, they kind of whatever and it just,
And the time it took to get from downtown West Palm to the Shell on Belvedere right by the airport. I know, it's a sexy area.
That's a 10-minute drive.
10-minute
No,
drive.
I'll give you 15. Even if it was an hour and a half
I know.
to blow the Uber driver, it's a story where it makes your ears perk up.
It does.
Do you think that she's thought about whether or not there might have been cameras inside the car? Is that possible?
That's a great fucking point, man.
She never brought it up to me. She never. See, the night starts to get a little fuzzy for her after the stop
Noon.
at the Shell station. All she remembers after the Shell station is they were driving and there was RH. Well, I can say it.
Roadhead.
It was Roadhead.
We all know that American
driving.
pastime.
And then when she woke up the next morning, she had his number in her phone. He put his number in her phone, and he had texted her, hey, if you ever need an Uber again, you never pay to ride in my car.
Oh,
Of course.
he is a romantic.
She didn't call him, though.
That is a fascinating story. It's good.
That is
It's
pretty
good.
amazing. That is pretty amazing.
That's an expensive ride from Sunfest to Loxahatchee, so
Kev,
So consider that, yeah. I mean,
Kev,
it's probably a $50 Uber.
I
Yep.
love your idea of having people submit the quickest they've had sexual activity.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, from meeting to, like, never seen you before. It's not like, oh, we'd run into each other a couple times, and then third time I saw him, we jumped at it.
Because the closest I've got to compare your story, I had a buddy. So we're all drinking, and he's got his friend that he wasn't hooking up with, just a friend of his. Nothing ever happened with them. And she brings a friend they had never met. So we're probably at his place for about 5 minutes. They just meet. I meet her when he meets her. We're going to another party. And when I would say the party, we were there for 15 minutes. So now we're about 25 minutes in. I would say by minute 40, they were banging in the backyard and everybody was watching. Within 40 minutes, and I always thought that was fascinating.
Is this friend a guy I know?
No, you don't know him.
That's a shame.
Yeah, you don't know him. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Is he super hot?
Good-looking guy, but I
Okay.
think they just both wanted to bang it out.
I wanted to bang it out.
Yeah, I think she was a little loose. He was a little stiff, so I think it worked out.
It's just, hey, this thing's hard. You got a hole.
But
Kevin.
it was.
Well, I mean, you're talking about the analogy.
I just didn't expect it from you.
40 minutes in the backyard. Can anyone beat the blowjob Uber or the 40 minutes in the backyard?
Strong stories.
All right, Al Green in the Pizzle said the sneeze today at 7:50 got me thinking. Kevin, you said you don't have to bless me. And Jaybird said, I got in trouble once for saying bless you to someone. What was that about?
For not saying bless you.
No, I got in trouble for saying bless you.
Really?
It was in my class back at high school, and a girl sneezed, and I said, God bless you. And then the teacher stopped her fucking lesson to Why do people have to interrupt things even with a bless you? We all know we bless her. It goes on this whole thing about don't interrupt people just to say bless you. If we did that every day in everyday life wouldn't go on.
I do it every day, every time somebody around me sneezes.
She literally took 5 solid minutes to lecture me about how don't say bless you in a public forum because it slows everything down and it's annoying.
Fuck that lady.
I could not stand her. She did not like me either.
It just doesn't sound like she enjoys life, so bye.
Yeah, she was one of those teachers where she always had problems with everybody.
It's a kind thing to do when somebody sneezes to say God bless you.
She was in the middle of her lesson teaching.
So what?
I
It
agree.
takes
Yeah.
a millisecond.
Yeah.
So that's what that was about.
Yeah, no, he says, does Kevin not like to be told, bless you? No, I got no problems with it. It's just I had sneezed off the air, so you wouldn't hear it, and then the mics come on, all you hear is like, bless you, God bless you, like, bless you. That's why I'm like, you don't have to, just a new radio rule, like if I sneeze off the air, you don't have to bless me when we come back on.
I can't help it, Kevin.
Yes,
Yeah, you
okay,
know
well,
me.
now I know.
If you
Don't turn on the mics
sneeze-
until I get the bless you.
I'm going to say bless you.
That's kind of on me.
And also,
So, yeah.
too, I never know whether the mics are on or off. I don't even know this thing's on right now.
Yeah, it hasn't been. That's the comical part of this whole podcast.
Did you crack a beer?
Oh, yeah, whack, you could tell.
You could tell.
I turned in the cowardly lion. You could tell.
If I only had a heart.
Yeah, that's all that was. But no, I believe in saying bless you and all that. So,
Kevin's a dick. He doesn't like when people say bless you.
Yeah.
Well, I've sneezed before and Kevin didn't say it, and I was just kind of like, wow, all right.
Is it a true story? Mm-hmm. Damn.
Oh, bless you.
I don't think he even noticed.
Man, Red News made you cold, Ralston.
Well, the thing is, like, yeah, during this, and that does come off cold, but probably a lot. But it's like, yeah, what people don't realize is I focus so hard over here because there's just, first of all, there's a lot of shit. Like, and you fuck up one thing, and then it's just, you know.
You're right. You are right about
Everything
that.
You
trips
are.
and falls.
You're busy, and
Yeah.
I forgive you.
And I do, but it's like, yeah, and I have a hard time. I'm so easily distracted
You are.
that I have to put extra focus into, and I have to put on basically like blinders. I've trained myself to not hear or see anything, because if I did, I'd be like, oh, look at Denny's over there, and all of a sudden, like, commercials are running and songs,
I
and
feel
it's just,
bad because there's been a few times where you actually would engage during commercial break and you would get caught up in what I was saying.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, everything messes
and everything
up.
just blows,
So
apart,
like, for 20 seconds, I'm sitting over here quietly going, oh, fuck, that's all my fault.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, so I have to kind of like do my own little thing and kind of put a cocoon around me to
You know
stay
how I
focused.
get.
I hear
If
you.
we're having a heart-to-heart, I'm
I'd
just
love
glad we're
to.
talking, baby.
It'd be nice if this damn thing ran itself, and it'd be fantastic. Christina said, I got a weird question. I went to the number one place to go to, and I got a crazy question for the KVJ show. I went to the bank today, and as I sit in the drive-thru and hand them my deposit, I never know where to look. Do you stare out your window? Or do you stare at the person doing your deposit? Or do you start doing things in the car and look like a crazy person looking for something that you lost 20 years ago? I always feel like when I stare at the teller that it looks like I'm about to rob a bank through the drive-thru. Am I the only one with this problem? Thank you guys. Love, Christina.
You could look at your phone and pretend to be busy with that. You could change the radio station as long as you're not changing it off of us.
I always sing. In the fucking car? We're talking about that, right? Okay.
At the drive-thru.
Yeah, the drive-thru.
For the bank.
Yeah, I
Are
see.
you going to get another beer?
Oh, that was you just knocked down a big dog. Did you finish that one?
I mean, the beer is called Big House. It's like a full-on beer. And thank you. We got to send a big shout-out to Amanda McHale from the Pizzle. She's the one that brought you the beers you're drinking, Jay Burns.
Hey.
So,
To the fucking pizzle.
You just opened that all over your laptop.
huzzah!
That's
That's not good.
He's a gusher.
Well,
That
there
one.
goes
So
my
much spray.
there goes my O keyboard.
What?
My O.
Let it go. Stop. Just pretend like it didn't happen.
Let it go.
Back in time. Back in time.
Got this email from Angie in Hollywood. She said you guys were talking about killer bacteria this morning, and something happened to me yesterday that wasn't fatal, but definitely grossed me out. I know from working in the food industry that once you put on gloves, you're not to touch anything except for the food you're preparing.
Right.
I assume the same be case in the medical industry. The rules are the same. However, I just had an OBGYN appointment yesterday, and the doctor answered her cell phone with her gloved hand and then proceeded to put lube on the same hand and was about to examine my lady parts.
What did you say?
I stopped her and I said, hey, would you change your gloves since you just touched your phone? Which we all know how dirty cell phones can be.
Oh, you said cell phones have poop on them.
They do.
Yeah, all kinds. Yeah, the bacteria on them is insane. They say that it's one of the dirtiest things that you have. Yeah, they recommend sanitizing them once a day, wiping them down with like alcohol.
Oh
wipes.
my God! Now you're in my head. I'm sanitizing mine right now.
That is so fucked up.
I guess it is.
So when you call out the doctor like that, how did it go?
She then told me that vaginas are not sterile and that my vagina is probably dirtier than her phone. I said, well, I know where my vagina's been, but I don't know where your phone's been.
Oh, good zinger.
What a terrible doctor.
They got defensive. Their ego got involved.
Oh, I hate an ego doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Yep. I am pregnant. I came in for an issue and have previously suffered a second trimestral loss, so I'm already on edge, and she wants to put her dirty hand on me. I thought the whole experience was so gross and unprofessional.
You need a new OBGYN, and let me suggest mine, because mine is awesome.
Oh, her doctor is good.
Yeah.
She's in Hollywood, California. Yeah.
Well, hey, we're talking about one of your main organs here.
I know you're pregnant, and you probably don't want to switch right now, but you should ask around to your girlfriends, and you should switch, because this is highly inappropriate. And the fact that the OBGYN then starts arguing with you after she just broke code and protocol, that is not somebody you want delivering your baby, because now you guys have beef.
Well, it's kind of alarming how much unprofessionalism does go on in the medical community. I mean, there's a lot of great people. Don't get me wrong.
And you got to weed out the bad ones and do not give them business.
But I would say 1 out of 4, well, I'm talking psychiatrists, just doctors, 1 out of 4, they're not good experiences, and they don't realize that people, when they're going to the doctor, they're fucking freaked out. No one likes to go to the doctor. It gives anxiety. You gotta be cool with people, and when you're cold or you're kind of dismissive,
or you're just a plain up asshole this doctor,
it can really fuck with someone's head.
If I was you, I would never ever go back to that doctor, and I would ask around and find the sweetest, most compassionate, loving OBGYN in your area. Talk to your friends, talk to other moms. You got to get away from that doctor.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, what's the point of wearing gloves if not to keep things sterile? And why would you want to introduce bacteria into an already delicate area, especially during pregnancy?
Thank you.
She's not my usual doctor.
Okay,
I only
good.
had to see her because she was the only doctor available on short notice. But needless to say, I won't be going back to her.
No.
Does anyone else get grossed out about people not wearing gloves or wearing gloves and touching other things, or is it just me? No, I'm right there with you. I do watch that.
Well, that's why they wear the gloves.
Yeah, just because they have a glove on doesn't mean that everything's sanitary.
Ugh.
It's not like a magical thing that's always cleaning bacteria off their hands.
I wish we could call out that doctor.
To me, I think it's just as important for somebody, whether it's a nurse or if it's a doctor, anybody that's doing anything with your health or your life.
Or your vagina.
Compassion is just as important as any of the other shit. The smarts that got you there, I think that is something that is not everyone's able to do it well. Compassion.
The MD can also stand for major disappointment.
Yeah.
Because there are doctors that are shitty, just like there's people in every profession that are shitty.
I just think when people are down and out with any kind of medical thing, compassion and hope and just being positive is a very important thing that you have to have.
That's why I knew you would love my doctor, Dr.
Yes.
Bonnie Murphy.
Very positive.
Because she is all those things. She's not an OBGYN. She's a regular general practitioner, but she is such a sweet, loving, caring, genuine soul. And you really need that in your medical care.
Who's ever fucking pumped to go to the dentist or the doctor? It gives a lot of, I would say the majority of people have anxiety about doing that stuff.
Sure.
So you need someone to kind of, be kind of cool.
Kay sent an email, said, hey, I heard the segment about the girl whose mother offered to carry her daughter's child. I think that is an amazing offer. I would do that in a heartbeat. I'm trying to get pregnant myself, and I'm having issues. I don't know much about surrogacy, but I've read stories like the one below where postmenopausal women carry for their daughters. I would do the research and go to multiple doctors. There are many options out there. It just depends upon how much time and money you have. And that was from Woman's Health, the surrogate grandmother births grandson. So that is possible. Braden sent an email, said, hey, Clit Eastwood.
Clit Eastwood.
I think Kevin's Clit Eastwood, right?
I hope so.
Someone asked me at Blue Martini, like, what member of the show is Clit Eastwood? And I kind of got stumped to go, I think
it was me, but I can't remember where
you.
that came. Yeah, what the?
On any given day, though, it's interchangeable. You two can equally be clitty.
Yeah.
I agree. And
Yeah.
you are more of the dick than either one of us.
You're right. I'm very dicky.
I need your expert country opinion. I recently went to Nashville with some family and friends, and we decided to visit the world-famous Tootsie's, where acts such as Willie Nelson play back on the day. So we go into the bar where one of the bands are playing, and I go up with the singer to a $5, and I request Mary Jane's Last Dance, and she says, okay. She plays the song that was requested before mine. Then when it comes to playing my song, she pulls my tip out. She asks, who tipped this? I raised my hand. She replied, we don't take requests for less than $20. I mean, while she keeps my money and doesn't play the song. Also, I saw Tom Petty play a 3-hour show for $30. Fair or foul?
Foul. That's on her. Come on, girl. You're up there trying to hustle, make money. You can't have a tip jar and then say $5 is too small. I think $5 is a great tip for a song.
Are you fucking kidding me? $5 is a great tip. Look, when you're out there struggling in the scene, you're lucky if anyone's even watching your ass.
That bitch ain't gonna make it.
Well, I don't know about to call her a bitch.
The
but
band, look, you need a new lead singer.
Well, it's got to
'cause-
be up front. I mean, if it is $20 a song, whatever, then
Then
you
put a
need
sign there.
Yeah. And kind of like call you out in front of the place.
But
Yeah.
when you're doing shit like that, where there's no sign and people are appreciating whatever you're doing, your art, and they're giving you something, you should be very appreciative.
You're not going to make it far in this world, and you're going to be angry and bitter when your music career never takes off because you're putting bad energy in the universe, and good is not going to come to you.
The fucking struggle's how you become great, my
Thank
friends.
you. And making people love you. You make people love you by playing their song for $5, not calling them out like a bitch.
What would T Swift do? Just ask yourself that.
She
What
would have sung
Taylor
the
Swift do?
song
She
for
sung the damn song.
$5, and she would have been humble and thankful about it.
But somehow she would have had a broken heart about it, and then she would have turned that shit into gold.
Yep.
Got this email from Steph. She said, hey, I don't know if it's been brought up before or if the name of Kevin's beer is still going to be Dickie Rants, but if it is, I've always thought you should add on the label and or shirt may cause dickiness. Much love for the show. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that's something to consider. I mean, the Dickie Rants is something that when the beer came out, we were using that a lot more, and we haven't used it recently. And so it might be something where, when it comes back, and we got a little bit of time, that maybe we do another name.
I think you also like the fact that it's kind of hidden and it's not, you're a dick face motherfucker. You know what I mean? It's kind of hidden with, funny words. And when you start to spell it out even more, it becomes slightly more vulgar. You know what I mean?
But there's already been a Dickie Rants.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think to do another Dickie Rants would kind of be redundant and not make sense. And it would be disrespectful to the first Dickie Rants from Twisted Trunk, which we don't want to
agree.
do that. I mean, we love Twisted Trunk.
I almost feel like we did it. It might be time to do a different one.
I agree. It needs a new name.
The BD beer. we're just throwing shit out right now.
Huzzah.
I think that's mine.
It's very foamy on top. It's a big head on
And
that.
it goes down chunky.
Oh, Kevin, you are fucking making my stomach turn.
If it goes down chunky, there's a problem.
Yeah, chunkies. For the record, I do not have chunky cum. I'm just letting you know.
Prove it.
Okay, give me
For the record.
Give me 90 seconds.
Wait, who's keeping this record? Do we have this somewhere? Are we
Dennis,
documenting Jaybird's semen?
Let the record show.
Yeah, can we get that documented?
I'd like to go with the adjective smooth, not chunky. Sorry.
If it's chunky, we got a problem.
We got to see the doctor.
It's not like blue cheese.
No. You're making me grossed out / hungry. I'm fucked up right now.
I want wings, Kevin.
I do too.
Yeah, you're right. A huzzah would go great with it.
Huzzah.
Can I get a
wings.
huzzah with my wings, please?
Do you have any huzzah sauce?
People keep
Definitely don't
asking.
shake up your huzzah. It will definitely.
The people that don't listen to the After the Show podcast, they keep asking, what does huzzah mean?
Then you have to listen to
You
the
gotta
podcast.
listen to the
You do,
podcast.
We're
yeah.
not going to tell you because it's not appropriate for the regular podcast.
Agreed. You gotta listen to the After Show.
FCC, baby.
Yeah. Mandy said Kev's beer needs to be smug sauce.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't hate working the word smug into your beer somehow.
Agreed.
I don't know if I want to call it a sauce, but I do like smug.
You're right. Hey, now we're talking. We're trembling on going on bird sauce.
No one has a sauce on this show but one man.
I'm just
the
kidding.
one man who's earned it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I do like using smug in there.
I do too.
Smug suds, smug.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. Some ideas. I mean, I think anything's up for debate.
Smug pud.
Yeah, and we could even debate Jabers. Right now it was going to be full gorilla, but I guess we could even, that's not been set. Nothing is set in stone.
No, it is full gorilla. It's
Oh, it is?
absolutely
Oh,
set
it's
in
set in stone.
stone.
Oh,
I've
it
got
is.
the merch, so
Oh,
it is done.
Is smug pud set in stone?
There was never a full gorilla beer, so
Yes.
I think that we can still do that, and I think full gorilla still applies.
Agreed. Smug pud?
Smug pud is awesome.
Smug ale.
Smug pud's make my mouth water.
Really?
That's what she said.
That's what your friend said.
I got this email. Steph continued on. Said a Walmart pharmacist that totally agrees with your thoughts about that place. The place is a clusterfuck. By the way, the pharmacy closes from 1:30 to 2 on the weekend for lunch.
Oh my gosh.
Where's
The
this
pharmacy closes?
Yeah, no, that's what happened. I had
In the middle of the day?
I had a prescription in. I didn't have time to pick up during the week, and I go on a Saturday, and I'm like you couldn't just. I get maybe one person goes on break, and then you switch out because they had two people working. No, they both went to lunch at the same time.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, when the hell can I get this damn prescription?
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's when I was like, ugh. Jeez.
You know what? Just go down the street to Walgreens and pay a little bit more.
The thing about it, though, is I had that one prescription that I get there, and one of our listeners had given it for me for Blink Health, and it was a prescription that used to cost $75. I get it through the Blink Health for $20.
Oh.
So it's a massive difference.
Massive.
So that's why it's I got to put up with the shit of Walmart.
Yeah, you'll put up with it for that big of a difference.
Yeah.
That's $50.
Yeah, big difference.
Kev, what about two names here for your beer? Smug Chug or Chuggy Smuggy?
Chuggy Smuggy's too cute.
Chuggy Smuggy, it sounds like an ice cream.
Yeah.
Nah.
I'm not feeling
Keep
it.
trying, pumpkin.
How about this? Bird, go fuck yourself.
How about this? Hashtag bird's a bitch.
I saw it already.
Did you?
I saw it on Twitter.
Oh.
It's happening. No, it's starting to happen.
It's taking off?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. Got an email that says, I recently visited California. I stumbled upon a church/marijuana dispensary.
Wow.
I had to first become a member, but after that, I was free to purchase products, edibles, or flowers and partake during service. The best part was new members got a free joint.
Wow.
The most interesting thing about the church was they were playing episodes of The Office on an old-ass television on the altar for the sermon.
Pretty awesome.
So it's not really a church. It's kind of a joke.
Yeah, pretty much.
That place we went to in Oregon, I mean, was there not wings of just weed everywhere? Like if you want weed brownies, here you go. If you want weed cookies, if you want a weed Twix.
And there was edible, weed sticks, you get honey sticks.
Okay.
There was Pez weed. It was amazing.
And then they're like, you want the kind of weed that will, make you relax and couch locked, or you want the kind of weed that'll fuck your mind over? And oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It was,
no, my mind's already fucked.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
Got enough
leading
of that.
the mental health walk tomorrow.
there was so many options of weed
There really was. And it was nice, too. It was the most nice upscale. When you walk in a convenience store that's tricked out and fancy and you're like, whoa. It looked like an upscale convenience store with beautiful brick and nice flooring and it was clean.
And talk about customer service. If Walmart did that shit, they would be bigger than they are now.
Amen. Those people in that place were so friendly and helpful and just nice.
That's the Wiz Khalifa weekend.
Wiz Khalifa weekend. Oh, yeah, I
with his
remember that.
DJ.
With his DJ. And he's in town this weekend. Wiz Khalifa. I wonder if Bonix is still DJing for him.
I don't
Great
know. It's a great
question.
question.
Yeah.
I was friends with him on Twitter for a little while.
Yeah, check and see if he's going to be in West Palm, if he's still DJing for Wiz Khalifa or not. Because he would be here this weekend, the guy that we got stoned with in Portland.
I have his cell phone. I can just call him.
Yeah, just be like, hey, you going to be in town this weekend?
Do you remember I was so fucked up.
Do you remember my friends that got so high they couldn't walk or know their name?
I bought that female. I bought this sweater, and I'm like, oh man, this thing is fucking sweet. So I go out, I put it on after it was like an $80 sweater. I'm showing it off to you. I'm showing it off to our boss. You all start laughing at me, and it was a woman's sweater.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what? Magnolia,
obviously, yeah.
Magnolia wore it to the first day of school.
You wore it too.
I wear it all the time.
Yeah, it's actually a great sweater for a woman.
It's a great sweater. It's Roxy. Girls know the brand name Roxy. It's like a nice brand name.
I was like, this shit's kind of smug on my titties, right? He's like,
It was so tight on your arms.
I'm like, this is some good weed.
Oh, and another weed note, just to let you know. Next weekend, the 2018 U.S. Cannabis Conference and Expo going to be taking place the 24th to the 26th, which is, I guess, Friday through Sunday at the Downtown Hyatt Regency Miami Hotel, and it's open to the public. So it's going to be all about marijuana and medical marijuana, all that kind of stuff.
That is.
All right, Bonix might be making his way here. 18 hours ago, he was in Tampa. So maybe
I
they're-
bet, yeah.
Yeah, maybe they're making their way down.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty sure
usually
he's still with them.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, the guy we got stoned with. If you go to the Wiz Khalifa show and you see his DJ, that's the guy we smoked out with in Portland. He's got good weed, by the way.
He's got some strong stuff. It put Kevin in a
I remember
15-hour
Two
high.
hits. Oh, my gosh. I couldn't shake it. I was staring in the window. I'm like going, hi, go away. Hi, go away. That was 2 hits. I was like...
I remember Kevin, I'm not kidding you, Kevin texted me 12 hours later because he had a plane before we did.
Yeah.
Right before he gets on his plane, 12 hours later, Bird, I'm still fucking high.
I was high when I landed in Florida from Portland. I'm like, I got out of the plane. I'm like, I'm still high.
And Kevin just wanted it to be over.
I did.
So I got all excited and I bought, $150 worth of weed.
Jason went nuts. He bought everything. And I'm like, I don't think you're going to be able to consume all that tonight. You know we get on a plane in the morning,
Well, that
right?
was at 7:30 at night, and our plane was at 9 a.m.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
we get out of the Uber, and I had all this weed, and I go, Virginia, what do I do? She's like, you can't take that on the plane. I'm like, you can't? I don't know about these plane rules.
Yeah, you can have it in Portland, no problem. But as soon as you get off the plane in West Palm, you can't have it.
So I tried to give it to our Uber driver, and I had to throw it away in the trash can. He wouldn't take it, so I just threw it. I mean, there was so much weed that was in the trash.
Maybe I'm just a punk ass, though. Maybe you could have just put it in your bag because TSA doesn't check you on the way out. What are the chances of you running into a drug dog on the way out of the airport?
That would give me so much anxiety. I would think everybody that was looking at me knew what I had in my bag. I would think every bird flying.
If I would have had time to sit and think about it, which we didn't because we were just running through the
would've done
airport, I might have taken it for you.
I would never have done it. I would have been.
Nobody's going to check you on the way off the plane. Nobody's ever checked me before on the way off the plane. I never see a drug dog on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Yeah,
seen
I
a
don't know how it
lot of
goes.
drug dogs waiting in the TSA when you're going to get on the plane, but I don't really see people getting checked getting off the plane.
Someone said, I can't imagine Kevin Stone. What's he like?
He was
Yeah.
scared.
Well, then
He looked scared.
Followed by, I feel like he would just get super paranoid.
Well, he was drunk with all of us because we had been drinking and hanging out with Bonix and hanging out with
I
everybody.
I only had a few drinks. I didn't have much.
Yeah,
But
you were more
you were
weed
in the
than
party
drink.
vibe. You were in the vibe of having fun, having a good time. And then I think the weed, whatever that was just too much.
Yeah.
Well, it was top-notch shit.
Yeah. No, actually, typically when I do it, I mean, the reason why I was paranoid is because I had to travel, and honestly, that's the worst thing. And I found that out like last Friday when I was in Chicago. If you're like in a city and you don't really know where you're going, and you know you're trying to you can hardly see because you're fucked up. You're just like, it's not fun.
I agree.
Right. You get scared.
Yeah, and so that's why. And you know, on top of it, it was my daughter's. I had the pressure because it was Caitlin's first ever college softball game, and so I'm like, if I miss that. Like,
Because I was high.
well, she's going to be
DJ.
disappointed. My wife's going to be. I'm like, I will hear about this for 40 years.
I was going to be at your game, but I had to get
But
high.
I was
yeah.
going to be a dad, but
The guy high. Yeah.
No, you did it
Typically,
right.
I giggle my ass off. Yeah, I had to. You know, I told you I had a doctor friend of mine here, and this is locally, and he was like, he's all into the weed game, but he does it so well because he knows he has people who do the pharmaceuticals and all that, and he had like he's like, if you want it for this, if you want it for that, he has it like zero down, and he had this whatever, and he's like, just take like one hit, and we freaking laughed for 30 minutes, and I'm like, and then boom, it was gone. I'm like, that's the best thing ever.
Isn't that the best?
That sounds fun.
Yeah, it was amazing. And so typically, whenever I've smoked weed, I haven't done it. I probably count on one hand how many times I've done it in my life, or maybe two.
Logan days.
Yeah, okay, 2 hands.
Mullet,
Yeah, you better bring
motherfucker.
out a foot. Come on.
Come
Yeah,
on.
no,
A
I'd say
mullet?
probably no. I didn't smoke a ton when I was in high school.
Everyone knows if you have a mullet, you've smoked at least 30
I think I can
joints.
probably remember. Probably less than 10. Probably less than 10
In
my
your
life.
life?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. I would tell you.
No, I know.
Yeah.
We just think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
We just think that you can't count.
No, I think I remember every single
we
time. but-
believe you.
Yeah, if it's I usually get giggly. I actually love it, and I'm hoping that they get to a place where.
Dog, you got issues. You have sleeping issues. Get your card.
Yeah, I mean, I might look
We're
into
there.
it. Yeah, it'd be,
We're there. You have pain.
Yeah, well,
At least mental. Dealing with our asses.
well, it'd be great to have something that just kind of like mellows you out, but you're still in control. That's what I'd like, because I don't like when you are so high, you can't move, or you're just like whatever. It's like, but
Well, kind of like drinking. You can drink.
It's same way.
Get to a point where, I mean, to me, the difference between, and
I
I
didn't
don't want
like-
to be one of those
yeah.
people, weed man and drink.
No.
I like
Either way.
But alcohol. I mean, I've had 1.5 beers. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, all right, ex-girlfriend, woo. Like, a joint. I'm like,
No.
fuck, take my phone away. I don't want to talk to anybody but the delivery guy.
yeah, it was last Friday in Chicago, and I'm like, I tried to download the Uber app and get it going, and I'm like, this is impossible. If you've had I was like going, I need to take about 3 beers off of this, because I'm like, I can't figure this out. And by the way, if you're just downloading the Uber, is it kind of complex?
It can be.
Uber is more tricky than Lyft. So if you do the Lyft app,
Holy shit,
I think the Lyft app is more user friendly.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what my stop was on the L train. I'm like going, so I'm not going to ride this. I'm going to wind up in who knows where. I'm going to wind up in, Nebraska. And so I'm like, I'll just get an Uber. So I got off the train. I'm like going, how the hell do you get this thing to work? I'm like, am I this hammer? Oh, and then you can't find a cab in Chicago.
And then all of a sudden you're sharing a ride with motherfuckers from Chicago.
And the kill
Virginia.
count.
Oh, it's just the worst.
That guy was from Chicago. Do you remember? You probably don't remember that.
I do remember. I accidentally, when we got off the Tri-Rail, one of our visits down to Boca or Fort Lauderdale.
It was Fort Lauderdale.
It was Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, yeah.
We got off the Tri-Rail, and I hit, by accident, the share. So you can get your own lift, or you can share a lift. It's cheaper if you share. I accidentally hit the share, and this minivan pulls up with these people, and Jay Bird starts yelling at me on the curb.
Well,
I'm not getting in that.
At that point, it was even because she was yelling at me.
I got in, and then we made a stop. I got booze. I got a roadie.
Oh, I just wanted to go home. Fucking Magellan over here wanted to go all over South Florida.
And I did.
Yeah, you have no control. Shauna said, hey, just want to say thank you, Kevin in particular, for recommending the new Netflix series Safe. I've been looking for a new show to get into, and this was just what I needed. I was hooked immediately, and I love that each episode is from a different character's perspective. Really good choice, Kev. Thanks. Something to check out this weekend if you're looking for a show. And John D. said, hey, KVJ's had to write in. This past week of shows has just been the best. The whole show, I just have a giant smile. The end of Wednesday's show and into the podcast had me in tears.
Aww.
Bert was just cracking me up, man. Ever since I found the show at the end of 2016, you guys are my number one. I wish I lived closer to Florida, but it's in the plans to vacation down there sometime to stop by an event, say hey.
Oh, where does he live?
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, shit. Cardinal fan, I wonder.
Yeah, probably. I think everybody's got to be there.
I think you're right. I think you honestly go to jail if you don't support the Cardinals.
Oh, it's a great baseball town,
It
though.
is.
One of
It
the
really
best
is.
baseball cities in America. Yeah, Jay Bird can totally go fuck himself. So
I
there
love
you go.
it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Someone in the chat room said, Kevin is so pot curious.
Oh, I am.
You are.
You want the happy stuff, though.
Well,
yeah.
I'm getting to a point, just with everything where I've been in my life and what I am right now, I just want to take a little bit of the edge and stress off, sit back, relax enough to laugh and cut it up a little bit, but not be like where hours later I'm like still swimming in this sea of like...
And have a toll on your body to where
Yeah.
you're hungover the next day or something.
Yeah, or making you fat or whatever. It'd be nice just to take a little chill for a while.
Denny's, he has just put a crack in the door. It's your chance to come in here and kick it
Oh,
open.
You can hear it in his voice. You can see it in his beady eyes. This motherfucker wants a joint.
Yeah, well, I wish that's why I wish they'd hurry up and make the damn thing legal. For
Well, it is
everybody.
for
It
some
is
people.
if you
Yeah.
medically need it. And
I don't know,
Kevin,
medically, I
there's
need it.
there's ways to bend everything.
For your neurotic ass, they got weed for you.
All right, well then maybe I need to go get that red card.
Why is the card red? It should be green.
I think it's.
Oh, there's already green card.
There you
for,
go.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Duh. Sorry.
Are you stoned?
Maybe.
All right, there you go. Thank y'all for locking in here this weekend. Remember to check out KVJ. Going to be all over that Publix there in Manalapan, South Ocean Boulevard. You got Suits there today 5 to 7. You got Virginia going to be there tomorrow from 1 to 3. And then Denny's going to be there on Sunday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Jaybird is going to be at the NAMI Walks 2018 kickoff, South Florida Science Center and Aquarium.
My nammy, mammy, whammy.
11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Big money, no nammies and stop. Ooh, 500 and a free spin.
That's Wheel of Fortune.
No, it's not.
I'm drunk.
Name that game.
Plinko?
Nope.
Stop the game.
Pressure luck.
You old?
And then Denny's going to be at the BurgerFi 1-year anniversary in Point Beach on Gateway.
Oh, get the onion rings. Oh my gosh. Get them, Kevin.
Okay. Be there tomorrow from noon to 2. $5 cheeseburgers all day.
Ooh.
Yeah. Your After the Show podcast being brought to you by our good friends at Bud's Chicken and Seafood. They got 2 pieces of chicken and fries for $3.49 and 3 pieces of chicken and fries for $3.99.
Get that corn fritter in your belly.
I got a big meeting with Philip
You do?
about him being the sponsor for the KVJ horror movie.
Oh.
Big dealings. And that whole plot doesn't work unless I've got one hell of a performance from Kevin Ralston.
Oh, I'll dial it in, man. Maybe we could
I'll
use...
dial it in.
Dial it in.
Yeah.
That means you'll barely care.
Yeah.
I'm just dialing it in.
Great. Exactly what I was looking for.
What do you expect? Effort?
This man is spread so thin.
That was such an automatic response.
He's got nothing left to give.
Don't.
He just needs weed and a nap.
I know. Can we get this guy a joint?
Come on, man. Where's my doobie at? You'll have a good weekend.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.